welcome to Carol's Current Obsession. Today is day 2 of voluntary isolation, and today we're working on outfits for the dolls, so let's get started. Alright, so one of my dolls that we're going to work with is this little 12-inch vintage doll. This is the one I'm going to show you the progress on today. She's a little 12-inch, kind of a lingerie loo kind of a doll. She's jointed at her arms and her legs, and she is strung, and you guys know how I love strung dolls, but you know what? She's a cute vintage doll, and I don't know, I'm gonna deal with the string, right? But I've cleaned her up a bit, torn off her wig, her old yucky wig, and tried to clean her up. Her face needs another little bit of paint added onto it, but all intents and purposes, she's not too bad off. And I have a couple of these. She's got little shoes that are molded on and painted with little bows on them. And yeah, she's a 12-inch doll, and she fits the I don't have the pattern here. She fits the 12-inch Shirley Temple doll patterns. So that's what I'm working on today, and I'm going to take you with me as we cut out the outfits and iron them and stitch them together. So let's go. Okay, there's some little outfits that I'm putting together, and I'm just going to iron them up. Let's see how that works. These are the collars, and I usually do about 2 outfits at least together at once. And the reason why is because you can do a lot of chain sewing that way. You don't have as much wasted thread clipping ends and stuff. That's from my quilting stuff. You know, if you're a quilter, you chain sew. It just works that way. I've got some sleeves. This is just ironing a 1/4 inch up on the sleeves, because that's where I'm going to attach the elastic along there. Yeah, you just put your elastic along there, and then it only leaves one seam line but gathers it, so that works out really nice. And it covers up the raw edge there with the elastic, which works nicely. It's a fast and furious kind of production hack, you know. And I like to use vintage fabrics, or vintage looking fabrics. These are retro 30s kind of, they're quilting fabrics, but you know what? I could make 500 quilts, or I could make 200 quilts and a whole bunch of doll clothes. So, you know, I'm going with the 200 quilts and a bunch of doll clothes. As my husband says, you know, you could clothe an army with how much stuff you have. Maybe. Not gonna deny that necessarily. Come Christmas time, it might matter. You never know. Okay, and this is the front of this kind of little fitted dress. Iron those open. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. That's just the back. Same piece. This piece. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, so there we go. We've pinned the sleeve to the inside, you see there? And now we're gonna stitch right along there, and that'll set our sleeve. Okay. Just always check on the bottom to make sure we're not going over and doubling up on anything. Okay, so here we have our little sleeve, and you can see it's starting to take shape. Remove that string there. Part of good finishing, take care of your strings. Now, if we get our doll, when we put her here, we're gonna put this, put this on I'm gonna put this on. I'll just take a quick measure of how she's looking. Okay. Well, it's coming together. I always like to try to fit the clothes to the doll while I'm sewing so that we can make sure they're fitting well. So that's going pretty good right there. Okay, let's see. This will be, whoops, come across like this, on across the other, and that'll come down like that, and she'll have a little collar will go on like that. It'll be quite cute. Okay. Alright, finish the rest of the sleeves. Okay, we're going to find the center of our collar. Just do a little hand press there. That's the center. And we're going to match it to the center of the back of our dress right there. See where that line is right there. We're just going to put that right there and pin it down. Okay. Make sure that's lined up properly. Fold this over. Okay. Now some people just leave it at this, but I kind of like to finish it a little differently. So what I'll do is take there, we'll pin that, and then we're going to use bias tape along the edge of here too. Okay, so now we've pinned our collar down. The next step is to take our bias tape and pin that on there. But first, okay, I gotta go make dinner. Be right back.